Hey, I'm Alud. I'm the editor-in-chief here at Global Sky Media. You know, a year ago the company was in a different place. We were called Asian Sky Media, and we were mostly known for our fleet reports covering the business aviation, general aviation, civil helicopter fleets across the Asia Pacific. Since then, you've probably noticed that we've changed our name. We've changed it to Global Sky Media, which kind of alludes to the global ambitions that we have. A year ago, we sort of sat in front of you and told you that we'd be releasing more fleet reports for different regions as well. And I'm delighted to say that today is the day that we release business jet fleet reports not only for Asia Pacific, but also for Europe and the Middle East and North Africa as well. Of course, it's Asia Pacific that we're mostly known for, so let's have a quick look into the key findings from the 2022 business jet fleet report for Asia Pacific. As you'd expect, mainland China has remained the largest market across the region, this time with 301 aircraft. Of those 301 aircraft, the most popular type is the Gulfstream G650ER, which also leads quite nicely into the most popular size category, which is the long range. The most popular registration, again, is the mainland Chinese B- register. However, this time around, one of the most surprising findings of the report was that the leading OEM across the region is Textron. Now, Textron, as you know, make generally smaller aircraft than the Gulfstreams or the large globals that we see across the region, especially in mainland China. So that's come as a little bit of a surprise. However, we've gone back to Gulfstream for the leading OEM for new deliveries, having seen a total of 8 new Gulfstream jets delivered across the region. The biggest operator is one of the biggest fights across the region every year, and no surprise to see Sinojet once again leading the way with a total of 40 aircraft across their fleet. Again, this should come as no surprise, but Rolls-Royce is the biggest engine manufacturer across the region as they power a lot of the Gulfstream aircraft. So across the region, we've seen a decline of 2.4% in the total number of jet aircraft. This time round, we're down to 1,196 aircraft, which is down from 1,226 aircraft the previous year. Australia was the country that saw the most growth, having added 14 aircraft for a 6.8% increase. However, mainland China, which we saw earlier is down to 301 aircraft, has dropped 38 aircraft, which is equal to 11.2% of the total fleet. So now moving on to one of the new regions we're covering, Europe this time. Germany is the largest aircraft, and actually by quite a long while, with a total of 481 aircraft. Most popular model across the region, Europe, is the Citation Mustang, which is a very light jet, and there's a total of 96 aircraft operating in Europe. The most popular size category, though, is one step up from that very light jet into the light jet category itself, with 803 aircraft. Unsurprisingly, with Germany being the largest market, Germany is also the most popular registration, with 451 D- aircraft operating across the region. And again, perhaps coming as no surprise, the leading OEM is Textron with 929 aircraft, and also Textron was the leading OEM for new deliveries with 23 new Citation aircraft delivered across the region. The biggest operator across the region was NetJets Europe with a total of 108 aircraft. So in contrast to Asia Pacific that we just looked at, Europe's fleet actually increased over the course of 2022, having ended the year with a total of 2,428 aircraft, which is equal to a 1.4% increase. Malta, perhaps unsurprisingly, saw the most fleet growth with a total of 11 new aircraft, or registrations I should say, added, which is equal to a growth of 8.3%. Spain saw the most deductions from its fleet, almost reaching double figures at -9 aircraft for a 10.3% decline. So moving on to the second of the new markets that we're covering, the Middle East and North Africa. The largest market is the UAE, which has a total of 128 aircraft. The most popular model, G650, with a total of 22. Again, that leads quite nicely into the most popular size category, which was the long-range jet with 118. Mirroring the other regions that we've seen, the most popular registration mirrors the largest market. So the UAE, with its A6- registration, has a total of 51 aircraft operating in the region. However, this time round, the leading OEM is Bombardier. Conversely, the leading OEM for new deliveries is Gulfstream. The biggest operator, Qatar Executive, is almost exclusively a Gulfstream operator. And, unsurprisingly, the leading engine manufacturer, who of course power most of the Gulfstreams in the region, is Rolls-Royce, who have a total of 320 engines installed on aircraft across the region. All of this means that the Middle East and North Africa has grown by 7.4% to a total of 419 aircraft at the end of 2022. The UAE saw the most net fleet growth with a total of 27 aircraft for a growth percentage of 26.7%. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, saw 7 aircraft leave its fleet for a total decline of 7.9%. So that's just an overview of the top line numbers that you can find in the report. If you go to our website, www.globalsky.media, you can download each one of the reports yourselves. Don't forget to sign up to our newsletter to be the first to hear of new report releases. Thank you.